Hello and welcome, I am Ashysource, aka Ashy, and today I'm going to be talking about Dragon Age the Veilguard again, but this time I'm going to be talking about everything we know about the companion so far, because I wanted to make everything in one place so you guys can figure out all of the companions, like traits and things like that on one video. So we're gonna get into this in a moment. If this is the type of content you would like to see, Dragon Age news or Bioware, then you're in the right place, so like and subscribe to see more. Let's jump into it. We're gonna jump into the first character and then I'm gonna go down in the list. This was based off of the IGN article, but everything I found in this is going to be from the fandom wiki and a lot of the other articles and things like that I read, and some of the stuff from like their profile and things like that. So the reason why I did not talk about those in those other videos is because this video we're going to be jumping into all of the details, personality, things like that, their skills and their class and stuff like that. So let's jump into it. Davrin, a bold and charming monster hunter who is a part of the Grey Wardens and made a name for himself. Though he was raised in a Dalish clan, he craved excitement and adventure. He'd rather make history than reflect on it, and now he cares for Asan, a young griffin. Davrin is fiercely loyal. Davrin brings down his enemies with a combination of mighty attacks teaming with Asan to keep their companions out of danger. He is stern, thoughtful, and considerate. He has a soft side, and with overtime with the companions, that will show. He has a strong sense of pride, and he has his rivalries with other companions. He is a monster hunter and likes to use that as a skill and learning monsters' weaknesses, and that will show up in his character. He is a warrior, and his abilities are Battle Cry, Death from Above, Heroic Strike, Asan Strike, and In War Victory. He is voiced by Ike Amadi and has not appeared in any Dragon Age media until Vows of Vengeance Episode 3. Lace Harding. This dwarven scout has a positive outlook and a ready bow, and some unexpected magical powers. At her core, Harding is still a girl from Ferelden. She loves adventure, animals, nature, and fiercely protective of her family and friends. Harding's skills with a bow are unmatched. Her arrows can stagger enemies and shred armor. Harding helped out the Inquisition during the events of Dragon Age Inquisition. She helped as a scout who would scout out areas for the Inquisitor to explore. She befriended Solus and Varric during that time. After the events of Trespasser, she joins Varric and tries to find Solus during the events of the comics The Missing. Harding has no caste and she's a surfacer dwarf. Harding is a rogue and her abilities is Seismic Shot, Heavy Draw, Shred, Adrenaline Rush, and Soothing Potion. Her faction is the Inquisition, and she made appearances in the following: Dragon Age Inquisition, Dragon Age Mage Killer, Dragon Age The Missing, Dragon Age Vows and Vengeance Episode 2, and Dragon Age the Veilguard. She is voiced by Ali Hillis. Taash, a Quinari raised in Vervain who is a dragon hunter allied with the Lords of Fortune. Taash lives for adventure and doesn't mind taking risks. While her interests include sparkling treasures and hitting things with an axe, Taash is also deeply knowledgeable about many topics and well-connected and knows someone for everything. Blunt and straightforward, Taash is a warrior who wields dual axes and breathes out flames, igniting enemies with a draconic fury. Taash is the youngest of the group as she is in her early 20s. She is described as a jock. Her class is warrior. Her abilities is Fire Breath, Dragon's Roar, Dragon's Fire Strike, Spitfire, and Fortune's Favor. She is voiced by Jin Melee and have not appeared in any Dragon Age media until Vows and Vengeance Episode 5. Emmrich Volkrin, a necromancer scholar that takes the task of protecting innocents from the occult as serious as his interest in the mysteries of the Fade in his studies. He has been a member of Mournwatch for at least 30 years and has a skeleton assistant named Manfred. Emmrich summoned forth spirits of the dead to both entangle and hinder his enemies, and heal his companion. He has a unique relationship with death that shapes his character. Manfred is like a son to Emmrich. He has very much affinity for this wisp and this life force that he has given a second chance through his skeleton body. In many ways, it's a story of a parent raising a child. Emmrich needs to teach Manfred and help him along to develop as a character of his own. Things like learning new skills and how to assist the Veilguard. Emmrich is very talented in his skill, and he is in his early 50s. His class is Mage, specialization is Necromancer, and his abilities, Final Rites, Replenish, Entangled Spirits, Bell Tolls, and Slow Time. Emmrich is voiced by Nick Baran and has appeared in the following media: Dragon Age to Winter Nights, The Eternal Flame short story, and Vows and Vengeance Episode 7. Lucanis de la Muerte. Lucanis is an expert assassin from whom the Antivan Crows are a family business. He is poised, pragmatic, but he'd rather not be the center of attention. His focus is usually on his work. Lucanis specializes in executing powerful mages and has earned himself the title the Demon of Varantium. Lucanis tirelessly deals neurotic damage in battle with his dual daggers while supporting his companions with potions and buffs. Via the Wikipedia, Lucanis is an expert assassin who specializes in executing powerful mages. He is also known to be the poised and pragmatic grandson of Caterina Delamorte, the first Talon of the Antivan Crows. When Caterina trained him as a child, she would frequently hit him with her cane when he made mistakes. He hated her for years for being cruel, though now he thinks it was her way to make sure he survived life as a crow. Although Lucanis views the Crows as a family business, he isn't interested in succeeding his grandmother as the first Talon, and would prefer to just focus on his work, rather than being the center of attention. However, despite his preferences, it is said that he is Caterina's favorite. She intends to name him as her heir. At some point, Lucanis is believed to be dead, and the members of the Antivan Crows, including Viago and Tea, set up a wake for him. His cousin Ilario becomes deeply affected by his death and gets drunk constantly, ruminating on childhood memories of him and Lucanis. Lucanis is very complex. He's an assassin, and he is very skilled in the art of death. Lucanis is considered romantic but has eternal struggles and trauma. He's relearning how to trust again. When something taps into the Fade, Lucanis can feel an itch in the back of his eyeball. Lucanis likes coffee and is a good cook, and he's in his mid-30s. His class is Rogue, and specialization is Assassin. His abilities is Eviscerate, Abominate, Soothing Potion, Debilitate, and Adrenaline Rush. He is voiced by Zach Mendes and has appeared in the following media: Dragon Age Winter Nights, The Wake as a mention, and Dragon Age Vows and Vengeance Episode 6. Neve Gallus. A cynic fighting for a better future, Neve is both a private detective and a member of Tevinter's rebellious Shadow Dragons. Born and raised in a working-class neighborhood of Nrathis, she does not believe in the superiority of mages. Neve uses her talents as an ice mage to freeze and slow enemies, stopping them in their tracks. Via the Wiki. Neve was born and raised in a working-class neighborhood in Manrathis. A cynic who does not believe in mage superiority, Neve is a member of Tevinter's rebel faction, the Shadow Dragons, fighting for a better future. He also works as a private investigator and has earned a good reputation for it. Neve uses a dwarven-crafted metal prosthetic to replace her lower right leg below her knee. Neve, during the events of the missing comics, Neve meets Harding and Varric, and with their help they free slaves from a Tevinter ambush, and ends up losing their chance to find solace and as he escapes. This leads into Veilguard. Neve's favorite food is deep-fried fish, especially from the Hollow stall in the lower market of Minrathis. They make up most of her diet. She is considered confident, capable, and fierce. Neve's class is Mage, and her abilities is Icebreaker, Blizzard, Glacial Pace, Slow Time, and Replenish. Neve Gallus is voiced by Jessica Clark and has appeared in the following media: Dragon Age Winter Nights, Dragon Age The Missing, Dragon Age Vows and Vengeance Episode 1 and 8. Bellara Luthair. Bellara is creative, romantic, and obsessed with uncovering the secrets of the ancient Elvenon. She has a strong sense of self, a clear idea of who she is and what she wants. She will push herself to the limits to find the answer she seeks. Bellara manipulates the Fade and uses electricity and controls magic to support her companions and diminishes the power of their foes. Bellara is described to be a hyper-focused, creative, and an obsessive interest in ancient Elvenon and its secrets, as well as being creative and romantic with a strong sense of self, having a clear idea of who she is and what she wants. She is willing to push herself to the limit in her pursuit of finding answers. Despite being a mage, Bellara wields a gauntlet that can turn into a hunting bow. The gauntlet was discovered by the Veil Jumpers and originally was created to make manipulating magic easier. Bellara fangirls over Neve a little bit. Bellara uses electric magic. Bellara's favorite food is pan-fried fish. Luthair is her family name rather than a clan name. She was originally supposed to be 28 to 29, but it was later changed to 31 to 32. Her name was marketed as Luthera when it was actually Luthair and was later corrected in marketing. Her class is Mage, and her abilities are Fade Bolt, Feebling Shot, Replenish, Time Slow, and Galvanizing Tear. Bellara Luthair is voiced by Ji Young Han and has appeared in only one piece of media, Dragon Age Vows and Vengeance Episode 4. And with that, those are your companions that will be in Dragon Age the Veilguard, no matter when you are watching this in the future or now when it is uploaded. These are your companions, and this is as much news as I can find before Dragon Age the Veilguard. We only have a little bit of time left to Dragon Age the Veilguard while recording this, so I wanted to make sure I get all of this information, and I got it all done based off of the wiki and other things, so I'll put those in the description. So yeah, that's all for this video, and if you want any more videos like this, comment down below what you would like to see next, and I may do it on this channel. I like making these kind of videos because they're not super news focused, and I did take a little bit of time editing them a little bit longer, so it's fun, and also I like to get into a lot of the stuff related to Dragon Age, so that's fun. But yeah, that's about it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!